the fundamental issue raised by the control of budget on the utility of the funds by the public, if those allegations are not substantiated, at the end of the day, it is we Kenyans who will be suffering. And by governors saying that they will not appear, and they will not, essentially they are saying we are not going to substantiate, which therefore mean they have failed in their mandate to be accountable and to adhere to the provisions of Article 10 of the Constitution. On the hand of the senators, if at all there are allegations that have been raised or leveled against any of the members of that committee, I think the prudent thing would be the House has the powers to deal with it. And I think, as my colleague has said, we need stronger internal mechanisms on how to strengthen institutions. Because if the governors, because they are accountable to the people of Kenya, if some are appearing, some are not appearing, then there seems they are not unanimous in their mandate. And therefore means either within themselves they also need to agree how do we address the issues that have been raised against us. As much as they agree not to appear because some may think that we are supporting or we cannot be paraded for or be asked to give bribe. It's a problematic position that we find ourselves in, and it's the people of Kenya will not benefit. Now, my view is what needs to happen. Every elected leader is personally accountable to the position they hold. If allegations or if issues are raised about or against them, let them appropriately address it. If at all they cannot appear to substantiate the allegations, then let them find forums to substantiate that. Let them convene meetings or invite the members of the press for them to answer the allegations, to give evidence of their conduct, to substantiate where they have acted, where they have not acted. Also, the senators, if there is any allegations, the House should have stronger internal mechanisms to deal with any detectable flaws, so that then it will not be seen the Senate has been corrupted. And of course, when you look at the committee, it's not the whole Senate. It's a committee that is mandated to supervise, to ensure that governors appear. If at all there is any issue with any of the senators, let it be dealt with within or outside the scope of the House, so that we do not miss the main point by creating unnecessary miss points.
Indeed, indeed, thank you. Talking about proper mechanism, and this is where I want to also just come to you, Kiptoo, because you've been also a speaker on the county assembly. I wonder, when we have this acrimony and this discordant, of course, talk between the Senate and the governors, where is a place of intergovernmental relations, technical committee? Do they really come, I mean, what is their sole function in trying maybe to be an arbiter on this, or theirs is purely technical? Maybe you can advise me.
The intergovernmental IGRTC mostly concerns itself with the nexus between the national and the county. So this is an executive body. So it is mostly concerned with the executive interdependence between the national and the county government. You will find them strongly when it comes to functions, demarcation of functions, and things to do with the budgetary allocation when you have the IBEC meeting. When it comes to legislation, they only complement, or they can seek the place of the Senate and the National Assembly to anchor quite a number of these legislations if need be on policies and all that. But they don't have ability to call to order a fight between executive and the legislature. Importantly, I think for this, we need to just unveil the issue here is unmanaged relations, whereby the governors have a problem with the Senate in the sense that they feel that the senators are taking money from them in order to placate or to make it easy for them when they appear. So it's a case of more or less like there is no honor among thieves, where it's why I don't have a problem with it is because you are seeing governance in real action and practice, whereby governors are accusing senators of asking for bribe and money to make it easy for them when they appear before them. On the other part, they say the senators don't keep their word. that it now borders on extortion. In short, they are saying, we can facilitate, but let decorum prevail. That if there is money changing hands here to make it easy for us to answer, but let it not go overboard. So you have a case of, it is a reality. I don't think it's anything out of the norm. So it's a fight between the two arms of government purely on the case of governance issues. And as a result, the Senate hits back. How do they hit back? They go hard on governance when they are now appearing before them. So what then would be the way forward? It's a good thing that for once you see the IG, the beneficiary of this is the Inspector General of Police and the National Police Service. Why? Because they are able to stake their place and claim to be the principal institution that can enforce. A big plus. That is actually breathing life to the constitutional principles and expectations of institutions. So I'm happy for the police service. And even when I see the police camping outside the Saksa Kaja's office, I would say they're the biggest win, and they should not stop. They should always be seen to be the enforcers. And that's how we even weed out goonism and the rest of the things. Once the police service takes its place and say we have monopoly over the use of force as granted by the Constitution, it's a plus. But it then lays bare the malfeasance of what exists in our governance space. That for once, if not for this fight, we wouldn't know that money changes hands. But now that we know money changes hands, we've even seen what Nyamore was trying to say, that there's need for us to transition governance-wise. And he says corruption is a social cultural problem. This is how it plays out. This is actually a clear testament of that. Ideally, you are kind of finding the story being governors are telling senators, be disciplined enough that whatever, if we can agree on a figure or money, then let it be decorum and let their, like in short, they're telling you, let it be
if
a
we
case
agree
of,
this,
yes, a managed corruption. Keep your word.
Part of your bargain.
If I put money on the table and I appear before you, you can't harass me that much. And I'm sorry to say that is the reality.
Oh my!
I really can't say it in otherwise. Having been in that space, it's not far from the truth.
It's not far from this.
So it's a case of just not far from the mafia way of doing things. Let's just keep respect.
So the governors are not keeping part of the bargain.
No, the senators are being accused of not keeping part of the bargain. It's the other way around. It's the senators being accused of going over the top.